Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is gisleniq if this is your first time here. So today's video is going to be a makeup trial, makeup hack video. I saw this video on TikTok of this creator. She was doing this technique on how to get your under eyes to be very smooth and flawless, and I was like, oh, I really want to try that. As you guys can see, I have a very hollow under eyes, so I was like, I definitely want to try that and see if it works on my face with my under eyes. So that's what today's video is going to be. So if you guys want to see what hack I'm talking about and see if it works on my face, then go ahead and keep watching. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with putting my hair back so that it's not in the way. So I'm just using these little clips right here. Alright, so before I go ahead and play you guys the video, I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I'm gonna use this Milk Hydro Grip Primer, one of my favorites. I also got the Milk Foam Primer, but since I'm gonna be experimenting with a new technique, I wanna go ahead and stick with what I know is good, because that way I can't go and blame it on the primer or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I'll play the video for you guys while this sets into my face. All right, primer's done, and also I've already moisturized and everything earlier, so I didn't have to worry about that. So now, while the primer sets in my face, I'm gonna go ahead and play you guys the video that I saw of the creator.
So I seen this girl using her pressed powder before she actually set her face with like setting powder. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta try this, because her under eye came out real flawless, and I was like, mine be flawless, but I need to be that flawless. Okay, so she had the same exact Fit Me pressed powder, and this is pretty light. When I bought this pressed powder, I was like, oh OMG, this is light, but it still kind of works, and hers was like pretty light too, and it worked. So I'm like, okay. Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna take some One Size in the color Translucent. She baked, and I usually just set. Like, I don't bake. I'm sorry, I don't. I got some setting powder up here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. I am not. See, it kind of looks like I'm baking though, so I might as well just leave that. I don't know. Did I do this right? I'm gonna just let this sit here and then see if I can brush it away. And then what I usually do on this side, I just kind of set it with the setting powder, and I'll just keep blending it until it disappears. I'm gonna wipe this, wipe it away. We'll try to like blend it out and just see. Wait a minute, because she ate that. I don't know if the camera's picking up what I'm looking at right now, but that's a flawless under eye right there. This is what I usually just do, setting powder, and then at the end, if needed, I would do pressed powder, but most of the time this is how I just leave my makeup. But like, okay, so I finished my makeup. I didn't put any mascara or anything on, but I came to the conclusion this side is way better. She ate that. Like, if you look close, you can see more creasing on this side than you can on this side. Like, this side is like really flawless.
All right, so as you guys can see, basically what she did was, before she went in with loose powder kind of like this, she went ahead and set her under eyes with a pressed powder first. I've never tried this technique. I've never even heard of this technique, which I may be late to the game, because I saw some people in the comments like, wait, you guys are not setting your under eyes with pressed powder first? And I was like, I've never heard of that. So I'm intrigued, so I want to go ahead and try it. So I do not have the exact pressed powder that she used, the Maybelline Fit Me, but I do have Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish pressed powder, and I have it in the shade medium. I use the shade 3 on my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this as my pressed powder. And then I do have the One Size translucent powder, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I do also have the Lunar Beauty one, but for the sake of just following exactly what she did, I'm gonna go ahead and use the One Size. So before I go ahead and get into my under eyes, I don't usually do foundation on my face, but I do like to use all my cream products before I go in with my concealer, because I like to use my concealer to kind of clean up. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze, and then do my blush, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go into my concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead in with my NARS Laguna 2 bronzer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze very quickly. I said for cream bronzer, I'm keeping it super simple. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of liquid blush, and I'm gonna be using the yall Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Dusty Rose. So now that I have all my cream products on, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my concealer. So usually I would use my NARS Radiant Cream and Concealer because that's my favorite, but I've been really liking the Hourglass concealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this. But I will say I feel like I've been using a little bit too much of this. I feel like it's very full coverage, so you don't need a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the shade Sepia first. This is a little bit of a lighter one. I use this one more to like highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and go closer to my nose with this one, right where that crease is. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in a little bit. All right, so I just went ahead and zoomed you guys in. So you see where that have that like really big hollow. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lightest shade right there, just a little bit, because I feel like sometimes when I blend it, I'm like, whoa, I have way too much. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with this brush. This is number 4 from the Lunar Beauty Lauralee Full Coverage Collection. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out a little bit. Outside of the club, outside the things that a man like me does, outside of the things that would cause you to judge, outside of the club. Alright, so I just went ahead and blended out that sepia. As you guys can see, it's pretty light, but like I said, I use it mostly for like concealing the darkness. And now I'm gonna go in with the shade Beach, and I'm gonna put a little bit more of this, but again, not too much. And I'm just gonna put that again kind of in the same spot, and then take that out a little bit. All right. And this is very like buildable, so if I need more, I'll add more. But if you put too much to start, you're gonna have a lot and you're gonna have to kind of blend it out more. So I want to take it smaller and then add on if I need to. I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you. So also something I like to do is, because obviously my brush can only get so close to my eye, I like to use my fingers to kind of blend out the concealer as well. It really helps with blending out any creases. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be. And that way I can put any concealer closer to my lower lash line. There ain't no other for me, it's only you. Alright, so honestly, I feel like I'm pretty happy with that in regards to concealer. I don't feel like I need any more. So before I go ahead and set it, I'm gonna just take the same brush that I use to blend out my blush and just tap over it one more time where I put that blush, because as you guys can see, the concealer kind of covered it up a little bit. Not adding any more, just kind of tapping it and adding some more blush, whatever is left over on the brush. Okay, and then pretty quickly before I start creasing, because I start creasing pretty quick, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. And again, this is in the shade Medium 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this little powder puff, and I'm gonna go ahead and press that into my eyes. So I'm gonna blend it out one more time with my fingers, and then I'm gonna go in. I'm super nervous. Okay. I'm gonna just take a little bit more, put it closer to the inner part of my eye. Okay. So one eye done. Gonna go in with the other one. Blend it out with my fingers again. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with the One Size powder. And then she baked, which I also don't normally bake. I will just take enough powder and then just kind of press it into my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to pick up as much powder as I can so that it does bake. I'm gonna go ahead and take some in the cap. Alright, so I'm gonna take another powder puff, and I'm gonna try to take as much powder as possible so that it goes on like I'm baking. I feel like this is not enough. I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. All right, let me go ahead and do the other side. Okay, so I'm not sure how long I'm supposed to leave this on here for, but basically because I don't put any foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use my concealer to put it in the areas where I would usually like highlight. So I'm gonna do that and then blend that out really quickly and then brush this off. So let me go ahead and do that. Went ahead and put the concealer everywhere that I would normally put it, so I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of brushing this off. Honestly, I don't know. I don't feel like okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and set everywhere that I need to set because it looks a little strange right now and it's throwing me off. Okay, so I'm not really sure. I don't want to say that it didn't work because the thing is I can definitely still see like the hollowness like right in the center, especially, which I feel is like where my under eyes are like the hollowest, is right in that center closest to my nose. I will say I do feel like my under eye does look, you know, like nice and smooth, but did it work 100% where you can't really tell the line? I don't feel like it did. And then you could definitely tell that it's super wrinkly under my eyes as well, which could just be like a my eyes problem. But I will say it's definitely not because I didn't moisturize my eyes enough, because this morning I used the Topicals Brightening and Clearing Eye Mask, and then I went in with my Ole Hendrickson Banana Bright Eye Cream. So my under eyes should be very hydrated. So I wouldn't necessarily blame it on like my under eyes not being hydrated enough. Also, I've been getting these like little white dots under my eyes just on this side, which I'm not sure where this came from or why it's here, or what I can do to like remove it. I haven't picked at it or anything because I'm like, I know the under eye area is like super sensitive. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and then we can come back and then see how everything looks once the full face is complete, and then we can assess whether the hack worked on me or it didn't. All right, so as you guys can see, I am pretty much done with my face. I did some eyeshadow and put a little bit of a wing on. This is what the eyeshadow looks like. I love the eyes. It's like a very cute bronzy look with the little wing. I use the Makeup by Mario palette. I just picked this up during the Sephora sale. I didn't have it because it was sold out for months, and I love it, love it, love it, especially this shade right here. I feel like I've been looking for a shade like this to just put on my lid, and I just haven't been able to find something this exact color. So I'm really glad that I got it, and yeah, I really love the eye look. So I forgot that I wanted to try the Patrick Ta blush duo. Initially I got it in the shade She's Giving, but then I felt like it was a little too pink, so I went ahead and returned it and got it in the shade She's Blushing, which is more of this like bronzy kind of blush shade. So I also saw another TikTok video where somebody was saying that Patrick Ta, when he uses this blush, he uses the powder first and then he goes on over with the cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go on with the cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that on this blush brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that on. It's interesting because they say not to put cream over powder, but if he does it, I'm gonna do it. So it's a little bit more pink undertone than I thought it was gonna be, but I like it. I think I put a little bit too much on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and take another brush that has no product on it and just kind of blend this out. See if it picks up some of that product. I really do love this shade though. It's very nice. It's like pinky but then bronzy at the same time. I almost want to go a little bit over it with a little bit of powder, but I feel like, am I testing my luck? Okay, let's do it. Alright, so here is the finished look. So again, in conclusion, I'm not 100% sure if the under eye hack really worked on me. Like I can definitely still notice that I have those hollows, and I don't know if it has something to do with the type of translucent powder that I use. I kind of want to experiment using the Huda Beauty one because I really like this one. Usually I use Lunar Beauty translucent pink powder. This is what, like, my go-to, but I've been really liking the Huda Beauty one in the banana bread shade. I feel like I definitely want to try it with this banana bread shade, maybe because of the yellow undertone that would help a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like how the makeup look came out. I do kind of feel like maybe this translucent powder is maybe a little light, or I don't know, but I don't want to say that it didn't work because it could work for you and it just doesn't work for me. Overall, I like the makeup look. I feel like I went a little bit too hard on the blush, but I'm just trying to work out how to use this because I've never used this product before. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it was informative. If you guys have any hacks for how to conceal the hollow of my under eyes, please let me know in the comments down below because I'm willing to try anything. Because yeah, that is definitely something that I do not like, is how you can always tell the hollows of my under eyes. But it is what it is. It's a part of my face, so I don't stress it too much. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified every single time I post a new video. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Mwah! Bye!